Hi, welcome to the Voice Notes from My Bathroom podcast. My name is Amanda and I'm a sustainable productivity strategist and a home educating mum of three, offering equitable time management and system support that doesn't mean you have to change your whole identity to make it work. So I wanted to share something with you. I have finally worked out a formula to prioritize. So if prioritization is something you struggle with, not to be confused with task paralysis, and I'll speak later on that, but if task prioritization, so looking at your list and wondering, what shall I do first? What shall I do next? Like, how do I move forward? And that can lead to task paralysis if you also don't know how to prioritize. But if you are struggling with prioritization, I have come up with the best formula that is working really well for my ADHD brain, because it also factors in how much I want to do stuff, how long it's going to take. So this is a quick episode. This is the formula, and it's the acronym DOTS. And the idea is you're connecting the dots. Okay, just go with it, right? So the formula is like this. So what you can do is you can look at your list, look at all the things that you have to do, and then run them by this formula. Does it have a deadline? You can like mark, if you're doing this, say you've got your list, you could always mark it and do like, I've put it in Notion. Maybe I'll give this as a template, but anyway, if there's got a deadline, you can mark 2 if it's got a deadline. So like, because you need to do that. Sorry, not if it's got a deadline. If the deadline is like soon. This is if you're trying to prioritize in the moment, right? So 2 for a deadline. Open loop. So the O in the DOTS acronym is open loop. Is it like an unfinished task that is playing in your mind? Because closing those off can really be effective at helping you focus better. So is it an open loop? So 1 for yes, right? Because we're waiting towards the deadline, because deadline stuff has to be, if it's got a deadline imposed on it, then we have to prioritize. 1 if it's an open loop. Now, time is the next one. So DOTS, time. Is it going to take you less than 5 or 10 minutes? If it's going to take you less than 10 minutes, write yes for time. Like write a 1 for time, because it's not going to take too long. And if you can tick off stuff that isn't going to take too long, that also takes stuff off your list. But then the final column, and this is what I've been unsure about, is because I feel like this all matters, is satisfaction. Is it going to give you some satisfaction, some relief, some joy to tick it off? Then weight towards that as well. So you can do 1. But if you're like prioritizing for joy, then go ahead and like weight that 2 or whatever, right? Now you can do this. You could do this in a spreadsheet. I have got it in Notion. I'm just wondering if I can offer this as a freebie to go with this. I probably can't do it in time, because this whole podcast is about recording an episode and getting it up live for you quickly, right? Quick unedited voice notes. But what I can do is, if anybody wants the Notion template that I have created for this, send me a message on Instagram over at amanda.apiaj, and I will get it in the show notes for you and give you the template for it, because it just means that you've got a formula then to organize your list into what's actually prioritized based on deadlines. If something's an open loop in your mind, is it going to take a short amount of time to complete, and does it give you satisfaction or relief? Because so often we only consider things like based on the deadline, not on the other things. And if it's something that is like, well, actually this is going to be quick to tick off, and it's like an open loop, and it's going to give me satisfaction, that could be something you prioritize before diving into, oh, that's my alarm going off. That's before you dive into something first, before maybe going into a bigger piece of work, right? That's got a deadline. And the thing that works really well about this as well is that it just makes it really super clear what you should focus on. And now, granted, you're not going to want to like spend ages doing this, which is why I would like strongly suggest maybe setting yourself up a spreadsheet, or you can just write it on a scrap of paper. But if you've got loads of little things that need to happen, this is a really good way to do it. And this also combats that. There's like this idea out there. People say, oh, if it takes under 5 minutes, just do it. That doesn't always work, because sometimes that 5-minute task is like, we've got like 100 5-minute tasks. So how do you prioritize one if everything's 5 minutes? Then you can add in the other stuff. Is it an open loop? Will it give me some relief or satisfaction? Has it got a deadline attached? So that's the acronym DOTS. Deadline, weight that 2. Open loop, yes or no. Time under 10 minutes, or you could do 5 minutes, depends on how much stuff you've got to do. And is it going to give you some satisfaction or some relief to get it finished? There. That's the formula. I hope it helps.